We are back. We're checking on the stream just to make sure that we are good to go today. And we'll be up and ready in just a second. Kids, it is 8 o'clock. Apparently it's Casual Tuesday. Whatever, right? But we hope that you are ready to roll and have your teeth brushed. We'll give you a minute if you need to get your teeth brushed, get yourself settled in. We have magic. Oh yeah. We have magic. There's magic happening here, people. There's magic happening. And I might even revisit the trick from yesterday. Some people don't think it was real. It was real. It was real, people. It was real. Make sure everybody's set to go. Teeth are brushed in front of the laptop or the iPad or the phone or whatever. Parents, go on and get some coffee. Relax. Walk around. Do something. Do something. You've been working so hard up to this point, all right? So we're just trying to help out as much as we can, kids. We are ready for you. Oh, I can't wait for today's stories. We have a couple stories that are fantastic. One we talked about yesterday, We Don't Eat Our Classmates, right, by Ryan Higgins. That's one. Another one is Thelma the Unicorn. What a fantastic book. Except I'm not a huge glitter fan, and I heard that there's glitter in this book. We'll talk about that later, right? So those are the books that we have. We might have time for another one. I don't know if we have time for another one. If not, we'll get to it tomorrow. And that is A Tale of Two Beasts, which is such a cool book. So we have a couple books today that we'll try to get to. But first, yes, it's time. People, it's time for some more magic. It's time for some more magic. Yesterday, we did this magic trick where we made this ball disappear. And I had a couple people tell me, I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. And I'm like, I'm telling you, it's real. I'm magic. It just goes away. So I'm going to do it one more time just for people who may have missed it yesterday. Here's the ball right here. We're going to make this ball disappear. And 1, 2, 3, all gone. Look at that. Nothing. I'm just going to let you sit there for a second. Just relax. Okay? Relax. Take in all the magic. Because we got one more trick for you today. It's a card trick. A lot of times when you're at home and you're trying to think about what to do, you can do some card tricks for your family. This is a card trick that you may not be able to do because it's that magical. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm going to need your help with this magic trick though. I'm going to need your help. So here's what we're going to do. If you are on Facebook right now, I am going to scroll through these cards, and then when I see on the Facebook page, when I see someone comment to stop, I'm going to stop. And then that's going to be the card that I magically tell you what it is without even looking at it. Yes, right? That's how it's gonna work. All right, here we go, people. So I'm watching a Facebook page. I'm watching the comments, and we are gonna take the scroll, go, and I see a stop. And without even looking, I'm gonna put this card that I'm not looking at right on my head. And now I have to decide how I'm going to figure out what this card is. I'm not looking at it, but I'm going to decide. Oh, I'm getting a reading. I'm getting a reading of love. There's some, love. And love's got to be like, that means it's got to be a heart. A heart, definitely a heart. Okay, it's a heart. Okay, so heart. I'm thinking of numbers, heart, numbers. I'm getting it into my brain. I have to believe. Two of hearts. All these cards, and I guess two of hearts. Ka-chow! Right there for you, people. Two hearts. Yep. Feeling pretty good about that. That's your magic trick for today. You're welcome. And now we'll read some books. All right. So I hope everybody's settled in. We are ready to roll with our books. The first book that we are going to read today is We Don't Eat Our Classmates by Ryan Higgins. What a fantastic book. I can't wait for you to see this book. I can't wait. So, We Don't Eat Our Classmates by Ryan Higgins. All right. Hey kids, you will never be eaten by a T-Rex. They are extinct. I promise. Just in case you were wondering. All right. Penelope Rex was nervous. It's not every day a little T-Rex starts school. What are my classmates going to be like? Will they be nice? How many teeth will they have? This is very important. Penelope's mom bought her a new backpack with ponies on it. Ponies were Penelope's favorite because ponies were delicious. Ponies are delicious. Delicious? Penelope's dad packed her a lunch of 300 tuna sandwiches with a pony lunchbox and an apple juice just to make sure. Finally, the big day came, and Penelope Rex was very surprised to find out that all of her classmates were children. So she ate them because children are delicious. Penelope Rex, said Mrs. Noodleman, we don't eat our classmates. Please spit them out at once. So she did. It was not the best way to start school. Still, Penelope was determined to have a good first day. Take a look. They are not pleased at all because of the slobber. There's a lot of slobber happening right there, people. A lot of slobber. This guy's even got a tie on for his first day of school. Nice work. She tried hard to make friends at recess. She finger painted some of her best work. Now, I gotta tell you, I don't know if this is the way to play with friends at recess or this is the picture that you need to draw during art time at all. My goodness. She even saved Griffin Emery a seat at lunch. You can sit here. Penelope started to notice everyone was making friends but her. It was lonely. When she got home from her first day, her dad asked about her first day of school. I didn't make any friends, Penelope cried. None of the children wanted to play with me. Penelope Rex, her father asked, did you eat your classmates? Well, maybe, sort of, just a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to make friends, said her dad, especially if you eat them. You see, Penelope, children are just the same as us on the inside, just tastier. That gave Penelope a lot to think about. The next day, Penelope tried really hard, but poor Penelope, she couldn't stop herself from eating her classmates. Mrs. Noodleman, Penelope ate William Amato again. And they were all afraid of her. Except Walter. Walter was a goldfish. So Penelope tried to make friends with him. Will you be my friend? Chomp! Yee! cried Penelope. He's eating my finger! Wah! Look at Walter. He's on. He's got it. Penelope. So once Penelope found out what it was like to be someone's snack, she lost her appetite for children. She stopped eating her classmates, even when Cece Woodman spilled barbecue sauce all over herself. And soon Penelope made friends. I found you. Want a brownie? I helped make them. Now, even when children look especially delicious, she peeks at Walter and remembers what it's like when someone tries to eat you. And Walter, the goldfish, stares right back at her and licks his lips. Penelope is not excited about that at all. Because dinosaurs are delicious. What a fantastic story. We Don't Eat Our Classmates by Ryan Higgins. What a fantastic story. And like I said yesterday, applies to your house. Don't eat your brothers and sisters. Not a good thing. They won't like it. I'm just telling you, they're not going to like it. Not at all. The next book we have for you is Thelma the Unicorn. And this book is really interesting to me because I was paging through the first part of it, right? And I saw some glitter. And I don't know if you know how I feel about glitter. I don't know if we've had this conversation. I don't like glitter. Don't like glitter. It gets everywhere. And you can't get rid of it. It's everywhere. So I'm hoping, well, no, I'm not. I'm thinking that this book may want to change my mind about glitter. It's not gonna change my mind about glitter. Not a huge fan. But we're still gonna read the book anyway. Thelma the Unicorn by Aaron Blabey. Okay, I am excited. Thelma the Unicorn. Thelma the Unicorn. Thelma felt a little sad. In fact, she felt forlorn. You see, she wished with all her heart to be a unicorn. Her best friend's name was Otis. He liked her quite a lot. He said, "You're perfect as you are." But Selma said, "I'm not." And she's comparing herself to this big horse here. And then when she saw it, a carrot on the ground, it gave her such a great idea. She squealed and jumped around. She took that simple carrot and she tied it to her nose. I'll say that I'm a unicorn. It might just work. Who knows? Well, as she did, a truck drove by. The driver rubbed his eyes. Good grief! Is it a unicorn? He shrieked in great surprise. As Thelma watched the swerving truck, it very nearly hit her. But would you believe that the truck was filled with nice pink paint and glitter? Glitter. Oh, well. Thelma looked amazing. She was a unicorn. I'm special now, she cried out loud. And so a star was born. Get all those cameras. All across the whole wide world, her fans would cheer her name. Thelma loved it every bit. The fame, the fame, the fame. Thelma was a superstar. Her dreams had all come true. The fairy princess boat she's on. But soon she found that so much fame was kind of tricky, too. You see, her fans were mad for her. They'd scream and cry and laugh. They'd chase her everywhere she went to get her autograph. In fact, they'd chase her all day long. It never, ever stopped. They chased her while she exercised. They chased her while she shopped. Please don't chase me anymore, she asked the screaming crowd. We'll chase you all we want, they said. We're fans, so it's allowed. And some were not her fans at all. Nope. Some were really mean. And some just did the meanest things she'd really ever seen. I don't like unicorns. I agree. They are not happy with her at all. And they're throwing things. My goodness. So one dark night, she felt quite sad. This famous little pony, she said, I thought that I'd feel great, but all I feel is lonely. She is looking for Otis, isn't she? And so with that, she changed her mind. This lonely unicorn, she cleaned off all her sparkles and ditched her magic horn. And then she walked right past the crowd. They didn't even notice. She thought how nice that it would be to see her lovely Otis. And when he asked her about her trip beneath their favorite tree, she simply said, oh, it was fun, but I'd rather be just me. What a fantastic story of just being yourself. That's wonderful. And the other story is that glitter didn't solve any problems here. She still wanted to be just who she was without the glitter. Message taken. So that's Thelma and Louise. Fantastic book. Fantastic book from Ryan Higgins as well. You know what? We've got time for one more. Let's do one more. So we have A Tale of Two Beasts by Fiona Robertson. A Tale of Two Beasts. This book is fantastic because it's a book about perspective and what people are thinking, or animals are thinking, at two different levels. So Fiona Robertson, A Tale of Two Beasts. I really like this story. This was really great. The Strange Beast. Part 1 is called The Strange Beast. Part 1. All right, here we go. I was walking home from Grandma's house through the deep, dark woods when I spied a strange little beast. He was stuck up in a tree and whining sadly. So I decided to rescue him. She caught that squirrel. I will call you Fang, I told him, and I wrapped him up warmly in my scarf and I carried him home safely. And I gave him a lovely bath and a gorgeous new hat and sweater and a delicious bowl of fresh nuts. I made him a beautiful house, and I gave him Lord Rex to play with. I took him out for lots of long walks to keep him fit and healthy. I showed him off to all my friends who loved him nearly as much as I did. But for some strange reason, the little beast didn't look happy. In fact, he was looking rather hot. I hope he's not sick, I thought. I opened up the window to let him cool down, but then something terrible happened. He threw off his clothes and leapt out the window and ran away as fast as he could back to the deep, dark woods. I wanted to go back and look for him, but Mama had other plans. Dinner time, bath time, bedtime. All three are important. People, all three are important. Please make sure you do those without any problems. Listen to your parents. That's not in the book, that's just me. I couldn't sleep. I missed the little beast and wondered if I would ever see him again. But then a small furry shadow appeared at the foot of my bed. The strange little beast had returned. He seemed quite pleased to see me, and I began to think that maybe, just maybe, he wasn't strange after all. I wonder why he came back. A Tale of Two Beasts, Part 2. The Terrible Beast. I was hanging from my favorite tree, singing happily to the birds when... And who do you think is talking right now? You're right. It's a squirrel. I was hanging from my favorite tree, singing happily to the birds when... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey! I was ambushed by a terrible beast. She growled at me and tied me up and carried me off to her secret lair. She made me disgustingly clean and dressed me up in a ridiculous hat and sweater and tried to make me eat squirrel food. She kept me in a tiny box with nothing for me to do and nowhere for me to hang from. She made me walk backwards and forwards and backwards again for no reason whatsoever. I feel like this when we take our dogs on a walk. I bet they're probably thinking the same thing, right? She showed me off to her herd of even wilder beasts who were just as terrible as she was. He is not happy. I had enough. I made a cunning plan. I put it straight into action. A to B equals freedom. Free once more, I raced back into the deep, dark woods before the terrible beast could catch me. It was peaceful in the deep, dark woods. A bit too peaceful, perhaps, and also a bit wet. In weather like this, one could do with a nice, warm hat. I snuck back to retrieve it under cover of darkness. The terrible beast was waiting for me. She seemed quite pleased to see me. And I began to think that maybe, just maybe, she wasn't terrible after all. And that is the end. What a great story from two different perspectives. One from the little girl and one from the squirrel. The terrible beasts. The absolute terrible beasts. Oh my goodness. What a great set of stories today. So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us today. The rest of your day, please make sure we do a couple things. First of all, if you need to learn magic tricks, go learn magic tricks, because I know I kind of blew your mind with the magic trick. It happens a lot. It happens, people. It happens. But also, take care of your family, take care of your brothers and sisters, take care of anybody who's at home. Help them, please. Make sure that you do, like in the book, make sure that you get your food, you get a bath. We're gonna get to bed really nice and early tonight, that kind of thing. Stay on a schedule. Help anybody who's at home, help them out, because we're all trying to figure this thing out together, okay? We hope you're having a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock for more stories, maybe more magic. I don't know. You don't know. You're just going to have to tune and find out. We just don't know. There could be magic, people. There could be magic. All right? Have a great day, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Take care. Go Crickets.